What's up, Monkey Royalty? It's Kaz, and I'm bringing you another boss tutorial, in-depth guide to Stone Vanguard this time. And I gotta say, I kind of like this fight. He's a clunky, kind of rock monster that I enjoyed the fight. I thought it was just the right amount of challenge. And the way this is going to work is I'm essentially going to go through each one of the Stone Vanguard's moves and how to defend against it and what it offers you in terms of time and vulnerability window to get some attacks in, what attacks seem to work best, and so forth. So, as always, if this video does anything for you, don't forget to light attack that subscribe button and heavy attack that like button. It means a lot to me. Half of anything I ever make as a YouTuber goes to a charity we choose every 3 months. We've already donated over $300, and at least your likes and subscribes do something for the world. So let's get into it. The first move I'm going to show you is what I call Catapult. It's essentially one of two moves that Stone Vanguard does when they sort of rotate to the right. So you can see Stone Vanguard's going to rotate to their right and then jump and catapult towards you, and perfect dodge is a great way to respond. You have plenty of time to anticipate, see it, and get the perfect dodge. So let's slow it down. Stone Vanguard rotates to their right, catapults towards you. You're going to perfect dodge, and then there's a nice window there for you to get in your staff spin, which is my recommended method for that vulnerability window. The second move that Stone Vanguard does when they rotate to their right is what I call a stone's throw, literally just throwing a stone or two. So you can see Stone Vanguard rotates to the right, and we can see they're going to do one of two things, either catapult towards us or stone's throw us. And so I'll slow it down. You can see Stone Vanguard rotating to the right, and then they don't leap. They throw a stone. You still have plenty of time. I didn't do it, but you have plenty of time there to get a dodge in, and then just kind of hang back, I would say, and wait for the next move for a vulnerability window. Our next attack I call Hulk Smash. It's this like big exaggerated wind up and then a smash down that does a ton of damage, so you want to look out for it. It's probably the most common attack that Stone Vanguard does, and you can see it here as this big exaggerated Hulk Smash wind up, and then their sort of stubs get bright yellow. That tells you there's that sort of groundswell attack. And let's talk a little bit about how you can defend against this. So one thing is, I really like the pillar stance for this, just creating some distance, and then if you have the focus enhanced attacks all set up, you can cover a lot of distance with the pillar stance. It's a great time, because the Stone Vanguard does it so often, it's a great time to get your pillar stance focus enhanced attack in, and then even move in for some more spinning staff. But that's the other thing, when you can anticipate it and you jump right before it would hit you and land, it won't get you, and then move right into some spinning staff. That's another way, because of course that gets you more focus. On to the next move, the double quarter pounder with extra rock sauce. So double quarter pounder because Stone Vanguard indicates this attack with pounding the ground twice in quick succession, and that tells you you need to get away because some distance is really good. So see it here, 1 2 again, 1 2. That indicates like make way, make some distance, because after that, Rock Vanguard throws you the extra rock sauce, which is 5 of these like rock people in a row, and just dodge each one. You'll get the timing, and after 5, there's that really big leap that you need to dodge too. There's not a great window here to attack, but that's the double quarter pounder with rock sauce. On to the Natty Light Pounder. Another pounding attack, not a huge windup. It can come on pretty quick, so you got to be on the lookout for it. But essentially, Stone Vanguard will start this attack and end it one of two ways. So in the Natty Light Pounder way, that'll get you in the end always, is they'll end it with this like big smash down, and their rock, it's not like a delay before that groundswell comes up. It happens right away. So let's look at the Natty Light Pounder one more time. It's not always the same amount of pounds, I think, before that groundswell comes up, but you're just anticipating that when they sort of go up like that, that when they go down, the groundswell happens right away. There's no delay. So you just need to make way. I don't mess with this attack very much. We're going to move on now to the Natty Light Pounder Audible. Essentially, same move, starts out the same way, same amount of pounds, only when you actually take my advice and get some distance between you and Stone Vanguard, they will actually audible and not do the groundswell attack, and instead do this little sort of leap attack towards you to close the distance. And that little leap attack does do damage, so that's why I just don't mess with this move a lot. So you can see it starts, this is the Natty Light Pounder, it looks the exact same, kind of gets me there. And then I make some distance, and the AI kicks in, and Stone Vanguard closes the distance. Just stay away. I don't like this move. I really just like to try and stay away. And that little move where the Stone Vanguard closes down distance, I call between a rock and a hard place, because essentially it very often happens between two moves in a very predictable pattern or combo, where you can see it here. The Stone Vanguard will start the Natty Bow Pounder audible, close the distance with between a rock and a hard place, and then do a Hulk smash. It's very, very predictable. It happens relatively often, but let's look at it here. So this is the Natty Bow Pounder audible, and then closes distance with between a rock and a hard place, and then Hulk smash, and then you've got that little bit of time after the Hulk smash to try and get in some attacks. So I want to show you a little bit about how I tried to exploit this. So here comes the between a rock and a hard place, a perfect dodge, and then here's the Hulk smash. And then you can see there's the Hulk smash kind of goes out in front of him, the groundswell attack. So if you can actually do this well and kind of get around to his backside during this very predictable combo, you can really get in some good staff spins right around the butt. And it's a huge way to get your focus up and get some damage in. The next move is like the obligatory, every boss has it, like you're too close and I need you to get away move. I call this swipe right. It's essentially when Stone Vanguard's AI kicks in, is like, okay, you're really close to me, you're trying to stay close range, I'm going to make sure you go far range. And yeah, it's just sort of a swipe that does do a bit of damage, and you need to be aware of. Generally, the strategy here is, like, for any boss, in my opinion, is to not stay close range, like, for a long time, to not be so aggressive you're only attacking, because these swipes don't have much of a build-up, so they're going to get you pretty quick. The last move here I'm going to go over is what I call Dwayne The Rock Johnson. It's essentially a body slam that, similar to swipe right, tends to happen when you're doing a lot of close range attacks, super aggressive, and then Stone Vanguard's like, you got to keep your distance. So not a huge build up. It seems to kind of come pretty quick. The good news is that Stone Vanguard is in the air long enough for you to be able to see it and get a perfect dodge in. So I want to finish by offering a couple sort of attacking or offensive tips, and in this one clip right here, it kind of encapsulates my entire strategy with the Stone Vanguard, which is essentially open up vulnerability windows with perfect dodges, or just when he's in between the dodges, and get your staff spin going and build that focus up real quick. There's some enhancers you can get with sparks, but you don't need it. And then switch to pillar stance and get that in from a distance, because if I found with smash stance, what would happen is I'd either miss or I'd be so close that he'd do damage. If I just switch over to pillar stance, I'd get him, and it would go great. The next offensive tip I want to offer, I just want to hammer it home, is after a Hulk smash, if you anticipate and see it and jump at the right time, you can close the distance and get some really nice attacks. And so just don't forget that. It's an important part of this because, like I said, Hulk smash happens so many times. Last little tip for you is whatever your preferred spirit is, use it early on in the fight, because this fight can go on long enough for you to regain it back, especially if you are getting a lot of attacks in. So I like Wandering White. It's my preferred one, and you got to use it twice. And that's it, y'all. I really appreciate you watching this. I hope it helps. If it did, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. And yeah, take care of each other, and I'll see you next time.